So my name's Cherry. I was born in Hong Kong, and then when I was 2, my family moved to Beijing, and I went to a private kind of / international school in Beijing there, and then I came to the United States 4 years ago. I went to high school in Massachusetts for 4 years, and now I'm here. I learned English when before I came to the U.S. I went to a private / international school in Beijing, so we had a lot of foreign teachers there teaching classes in English, and we also had international students there. Let's say Korean, American, Australian students there as well, and also I have 2 cousins who are Americans who are ABCs, and they come back to China every summer and spend time with me, and that's how I learn English. I think I became more fluent in English, and definitely I improved a lot in reading and writing. I can read faster in English, and I can write better. My first experience in the U.S. was when I came here for high school. It wasn't, I definitely had some culture shock, but it wasn't that bad because I spent a lot of time with my cousins back in China, and we spoke English all together. So I was pretty used to speaking English with my peers and friends, but the thing I most missed was the food. I wasn't really used to the food for the first several weeks, but it got better. It's very different, I would say, because outside of the classroom, as I said, I mainly spend time with my cousins, and that's how I learned how to speak fluent oral English, and that's where I learned the slangs and all those like oral English verbs. But then inside of the classroom, I mainly learned how to read and write English, and that's very different because sometimes the stuff that you learn in the classroom, you can't really use it in daily life. Oh yeah, very different. Actually, because I went to high school in Massachusetts, so it's up north, and actually a lot of the verbal, like oral, vocabularies that I use up north is kind of different from the south. So let's say when I was in high school, when we were eating in the dining hall, I would say, okay, I'm gonna bust my dishes, saying that I'm gonna put my dishes away, right? But here, when I say I'm gonna bust my dishes, no one understands me, and they're like, oh, you're just gonna go put your dish away. I was like, okay.
That's interesting. So how do you get used to the new accent? How do you communicate with people in the South? Is there any differences?
It's a lot easier considering the differences between the North and the South and the differences between China and America. So it wasn't that big of a problem. It's just really funny to discover all this bits and pieces of differences.
Did you sometimes talk to your friends about this? Like, hey, we said something like this, but you guys are different.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah. It made me a more open-minded person because I've made friends from all over the world. Back in China, I didn't make that many international friends, and here as an international student, I get to know other students from all over the countries, and also my American friends.
Did the environment doesn't change your way of speaking English?
I think my accent got better, I think. I feel pretty comfortable. I sometimes struggle in presentations and stuff in class to organize my words and the way I say it, because you have to make it official and it sounds legit, but conversational-wise, I feel pretty comfortable speaking English.
If you have any more questions, we might ask you someday.
Okay.
Alright, thank you.
No problem.